My name is Caleb Wheeler, and I'm a graduating senior in computer engineering. I'm coming to you today from the engineering headquarters in Palo Alto, California to record this video. I've been an intern in Palo Alto for the last 3 months at Tesla working on the autopilot division, and it's been really exciting to see how I can apply my skills that I learned at NC State here in a practical concept. I'm also really excited to be your student speaker today in person at the graduation, and I'm excited to give everyone a passion for what we can do once we leave NC State and go into our careers. My journey at NC State has definitely been a little bit non-traditional. I started at community college, and then my first semester at NC State was online due to COVID. So I was completely remote, but I still learned a lot in the classes, even from my bedroom. And then once I came to campus, I decided to make the most of it. So I helped found the Embedded Machine Learning Club, which was very exciting to make connections there and then also strive for an applicable way to use our skills. And then I also was a teaching assistant for ECE 306, the Embedded Systems class, and that's where I gained a passion for the embedded systems and why I chose this internship. I was definitely very honored to be selected as this year's student speaker. I'm excited for the opportunity to share what I've done at NC State and then also highlight things that all of us have been a part of as students. I definitely will remember this as I go on throughout my career, and already people at Tesla are very excited that I was chosen, and I'm excited to bring that enthusiasm to the event.
My name is Mintu Din. I'm graduating 2023 this spring with a major in electrical engineering and a concentration in renewable electric energy systems.
I'm Cassidy Petrikowski. I am graduating spring 2023 and my major is computer engineering.
I think being a woman in ECE has been a wonderful experience. For me, it started during my first circuits class. I met two awesome people, Namratha and Cynthia, and we really got to become great friends over the time and take circuits together, and it was such an awesome experience.
People talk a lot about how there's not a lot of women in engineering, but I will say at State, the one word I'd use to describe it is I felt supported. I didn't ever feel like if there was something I wanted to do, I couldn't do it. I always felt like the women, the professors, the boys around me all were like, hey, you can do this.
I've had a lot of supportive friends, and I've made great paths along the way throughout my time at NC State because of the women that I've met in ECE. My advice would be to really reach out to your community, whether it's even joining the Women in ECE group or just going on the Discord servers that we have and really interacting with the people around there. You're going to find your allies, you're going to find your women, your non-binary folk, and people that support you.
Don't be afraid or ashamed to ask for help. I've asked so many questions that I thought were stupid, but the truth is, there's someone else out there in that class that's also thinking the same question. It may be another girl, it may be another person. At the end of the day, you're in charge of where you go. So you should never let the fear of asking or being seen as not knowing enough stop you.
Oh wait, this is live?
Cảm nó phải địch đấy.
Jumbotron, now. I thought it was you, but I was like, I wasn't sure if that was like your name or not. I was like, I think, but yeah.
Hello, my name is Caleb Wheeler and I'm a graduating senior in computer engineering. I'm coming to you today from the engineering headquarters in Palo Alto, California to record this video. I've been an intern in Palo Alto for the last 3 months at Tesla working on the autopilot division, and it's been really exciting to see how I can apply my skills that I learned at NC State here in a practical concept. I'm also really excited to be your student speaker today in person at the graduation, and I'm excited to give everyone a passion for what we can do once we leave NC State and go into our careers. My journey at NC State has definitely been a little bit non-traditional. I started at community college, and then my first semester at NC State was online due to COVID. So I was completely remote, but I still learned a lot in the classes, even from my bedroom. And then once I came to campus, I decided to make the most of it. So I helped found the Embedded Machine Learning Club, which was very exciting to make connections there and then also strive for an applicable way to use our skills. And then I also was a teaching assistant for ECE 306, the Embedded Systems class, and that's where I gained a passion for the embedded systems and why I chose this internship. I was definitely very honored to be selected as this year's student speaker. I'm excited for the opportunity to share what I've done at NC State and then also highlight things that all of us have been a part of as students. I definitely will remember this as I go on throughout my career, and already people at Tesla are very excited that I was chosen, and I'm excited to bring that enthusiasm to the event.
Just graduating, you know. I gotta do that stuff. Wait, I didn't know that.
My name is Min-Soo Din. I'm graduating 2023 this spring with a major in electrical engineering and a concentration in renewable electric energy systems.
I'm Cassie Petrikowski. I am graduating spring 2023 and my major is computer engineering.
I think being a woman in ECE has been a wonderful experience. For me, it started during my first circuits class. I met two awesome people, Namratha and Cynthia, and we really got to become great friends over the time and take circuits together, and it was such an awesome experience.
People talk a lot about how there's not a lot of women in engineering, but I will say at State, the one word I'd use to describe it is I felt supported. I didn't ever feel like if there was something I wanted to do, I couldn't do it. I always felt like the women, the professors, the boys around me all were like, hey, you can do this.
I've had a lot of supportive friends, and I've made great paths along the way throughout my time at NC State because of the women that I've met in ECE. My advice would be to really reach out to your community, whether it's even joining the Women in ECE group or just going on the Discord servers that we have and really interacting with the people around there. You're going to find your allies, you're going to find your women, your non-binary folk, and people that support you.
Don't be afraid or ashamed to ask for help. I've asked so many questions that I thought were stupid, but the truth is there's someone else out there in that class that's also thinking the same question. It may be another girl, it may be another person. At the end of the day, you're in charge of where you go, so you should never let the fear of asking or being seen as not knowing enough stop you.
Just smile. Well, don't wave, but.
See you later.
or Wolfpack or something.
This is me.
Ready, take, go.
We're all like, no.
Good morning. You may be seated. My name is Dan Stansel, and as head of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Spring 2023 ECE graduation ceremony. To begin our ceremony, it's my pleasure to introduce our guest graduation speaker, Mr. Scott Labrosi, Engineering Fellow and Vice President, Disney Streaming, the Walt Disney Company. Mr. Labrosi is a widely recognized expert in the streaming media industry with 30 years of experience in leading technology and product development involving video technologies. He currently has over 30 issued patents and has been honored with 2 technical Emmys. After receiving his master's degree in computer engineering from NC State, Scott started his career at Sun Microsystems developing video solutions. Thereafter, Scott co-founded his first startup company, Osprey Technologies, where he continued to develop video software and hardware products that ultimately achieved wide industry recognition and adoption. As a co-founder and CTO for his second startup, Inlet Technologies, Scott became intimately involved in the evolution of adaptive bitrate, or ABR, solutions, and his team's products became the industry standard for video streaming. Inlet's success led to its acquisition by Cisco. As a Cisco principal engineer, Scott jointly led architectures related to ABR and advancements in video compression and was a lead author for multiple industry standards. In 2016, Scott joined Major League Baseball Advanced Media, MLBAM, and established a media processing engineering organization to develop MLBAM's own video solutions. MLBAM was acquired by the Walt Disney Company, becoming Disney's streaming division. Scott is currently both the VP of Core Media Technology and an engineering fellow at Disney. He and his team are responsible for building the organization's solutions, which power Disney+, ESPN+, Hulu, MLB, and Star. He is further actively involved in various R&D efforts across Disney related to leading-edge advancements in media. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Scott Labrosi.
Graduates and guests, I am honored to be with you here today for your commencement, especially at this fine institution that I once called home for my own graduate studies over 30 years ago. I would like to share with you today a few stories about my career. And in part, they were just moments, but they had a huge impact in shaping me as an engineer. Now, this first story is in graphics. I had no practical experience in video or graphics. And yet, I was welcomed by a brilliant team of engineers. And for the real world, this would be my first time being on part of a team, other than, graduate projects, which I'm sure that you all partook in. Now, within my first month, I attended a very lengthy meeting where 2 of the most senior engineering leads were debating alternate approaches to an architectural challenge. And I'm sure I had no opinion on the merits of one approach or the other. Now, the discussion was intense, and it appeared heated, as if they were debating between warring parties. And yet, throughout, I was sensing that the 2 leads had a mutual respect for one another. They were open and were listening to each other's ideas, and while they made arguments against each other, these served the purpose for allowing the opposing engineer to strengthen their own architectural position. And as much as the leads seemed to be working against each other due to their differing opinion, they were still acting as teammates for the benefit of the project. So here, I was learning that you can challenge the ideas of others, but to do so with respect. And you yourself can be challenged on your own ideas, but be respectful of the one challenging. Listen and appreciate their views, and use it as an opportunity to strengthen your own perspective. Understand, of course, that teams make you stronger, as do diverse perspectives and opinions. To be respected, you must give respect. Now, 30 years later, as an engineering fellow at Disney, I'm often at times in meetings with some of my senior peers, having exactly the same type of heated debates. Yet I'm thankful for these times that we disagree, because it strengthens me, and the mutual respect that we have for one another shines through our actions. Now, the next story is also about a moment in time at Sun. In my second year, the hardware team was bringing up a new video capture and compression card, and there was a problem. Random pixels in the captured video were bad, and no one had any idea what was going on, nor how to catch the issue or trigger it on a scope. Now, my master's thesis here at NC State involved the design and development of a hardware description language and simulation environment that I called Solder. So I pulled out my copy of Solder at work, and I went on to try and design a circuit that could detect the kind of glitches that we were experiencing. And after finishing my design and simulating it in Solder, I took a deep breath, and I sought out the lead hardware engineer. Now, what I have failed to mention so far was that I wasn't part of the hardware engineering team. I was actually working on the software side of the project, on embedded firmware for video capture. And therefore, I wasn't involved with the hardware design at all. So when I showed up at the lead hardware engineer's door and asked him for a moment of his time, I'm sure it puzzled him. Why is this guy here? Now, what I experienced next brings me much joy today. I could first sense high skepticism from the lead hardware engineer, but also a willingness to entertain this young Padawan. He took my design, redrew it on his whiteboard, and I heard a few hmms and it's under his breath, and then out loud, wait a minute, what is this feedback circuit serving? What purpose? The oh my God moment had happened, and he looked at me with much surprise and joy. The next day, I was handed this nasty, spiderish looking circuit embodying my design, and we went and attached it to the hardware and to a scope. We were immediately able to capture the state leading up to the time of the glitch, and the hardware team was ultimately able to backtrace the issue to a fault in their ASIC. Now, the story is really about two attributes. The first is simply to be open to ideas. Ideas can come from anywhere and from anyone. And to this day, my door is always open, welcoming ideas from the youngest engineers to non-engineer disciplines as well. I have myself joint patents that conceptually started with someone just coming by my door and saying, can I have a moment of your time to discuss an idea? Now, the next attribute of this story is about having confidence. Graduates, let me ask you a question. Are you confident? Now, I imagine many of you are, but perhaps, maybe struggling or not so much. And while I'm here to tell you that is okay, I am here to encourage you to bring forth confidence within you. Now, recall that prior to going to this lead engineer with my design, I took a deep breath. I was not one with extreme confidence, but yet knew what the power of confidence could bring. Now, as a child, maybe some of you remember a story about this little engine that could. Now, early published versions of this story had other titles that resonate more significantly to me. These titles were Story of the Engine That Thought It Could and Thinking One Can. The important takeaway of this children's story is not that the engine could, not that it did accomplish on pulling a long train over a high mountain pass. The lesson is that the engine told itself that it thought it could, and by doing so was able to accomplish great things. Now, being May the 4th, allow me a Star Wars quote. Always with you what cannot be done. Try not. Do or do not, there is no try. All right? So for me, this is a lesson in emoting confidence, belief in oneself, and only through that will success follow. Now, as a recreational soccer coach in Cary for many years, I instructed my young players on kickoffs and goal kicks to get on their toes and growl. Growl. Now, the act was not meant as an intimidation technique. The point was not designed to scare the opposing team, although admittedly it likely did. The intent was, in the moment, to have players call forth from within themselves a sense of confidence. I can do this. I will do this. And we were very successful because they certainly did. Now, I would not suggest to you that you growl before facing off a coworker or your boss, or before you go into an interview or a meeting with a customer. But I do recommend that you find some way to tell yourself that you can, because you can. In part, that is one of the fine gifts that this institution and your education has bestowed upon you. Now, although I've just encouraged confidence, that doesn't mean you need to already know how to do something. I started my career by chance in the area focusing on video processing technology, and 30 years later, I'm still at it. I might have imagined when getting started that there wouldn't be any new problems to solve or new challenges to face working in the same domain for so long. But nothing could be further from the truth. You know, the byline for this on the website for this commencement ceremony ends with the indication that you are embarking on a lifelong learning. And wherever your career takes you, that will be the case. And why would we as engineers want anything else? The word engineer is derived from the Latin roots ingenari, meaning to devise or create, and ingenuum, meaning cleverness. That's what we are. Creator, clever creators. Now, you will face problems that you have yet to solve, where answers are unknown. And don't let that scare you. You know, as a high school student, I landed my first job simply because I answered an interview question with, I don't know, but I'll seek to find out. You can be confident and yet not know the answer. And I'm sure you've been told that failures can turn into successes, but only through determination and perseverance. Embrace the unknown and welcome failure, but be confident that you will endure and succeed. Now, my last story is essentially about love and purpose. When Sun decided to relocate our North Carolina engineering site back to its headquarters in California, very few wanted to move. I was still young, I was in my late 20s, and was considering joining 5 other Sun engineers to form a startup company. I recall distinctly being pulled away by one of Sun's most senior video engineers. We called him Captain Video. He placed his hands on my shoulders and looked me squarely in the eyes and said, "Only do this if you love it. Don't do it for hope of glory or financial gain." Now, the thought of financial windfall never crossed my mind, not then, nor later when I started my second company. Myself and my co-founders created these companies because we were passionate about our purpose, excited for what problems we could solve and solutions we could build. You know, my family loves playing games. We recently started playing a game called the Worst Case Scenario. And in this game, players rank 5 worst case, a mouthful there. Players rank 5 worst case scenarios from 1, bad, to 5, the worst, trying to match the opinion of the one other player. So example scenarios: your parachute fails to open, or you're left in the ocean alone and sharks are circling. Now, one night we were playing this game, and during my turn for the family to match rank my opinion, one of my 5 scenarios was stuck in a job you don't enjoy. Now, I expect you all know where this is going. No question, that's where I place my worst case scenario chip on. I'd rather be stuck in this quicksand than being in a job that I don't enjoy. Now, although I've always loved what I do, there was a period of time when I had doubts if I was being impactful. Yes, I helped build successful businesses with a great cultures and team, but was I really making a difference? And my mindset changed profoundly in 2002 while manning our product booth at one of our largest trade shows of the year. In the closing moments of the last day, I was approached by a gentleman who introduced himself as being on the staff of a medical hospital in Texas. He simply wanted to shake my hand and thank me for the solutions we had created, these being video capture and streaming products. He went on further explaining how our solutions enabled cancer patients and distant loved ones to stay in touch with one another and the amount of joy that that brought them. I was speechless, and truth be told, I was brought to tears. You see, my beloved mother had passed away almost exactly the year before due to colon cancer. And some part of me felt like she was speaking to me, telling me that she was proud of me and what I had accomplished and that my life work was having an impact. Post that event, I never doubted my career choice or path since. My love and passion for what I do continually drives me to seek how to improve the state of the art in my domain. I am constantly challenged by new problems, and with new advancements in technology, I find myself solving old problems in new and more efficient and improved ways. Now, a final piece of advice, and given that we here at NC State are called the Wolf Pack, it seems most fitting. The success I have achieved throughout my career would not have been possible without the collaboration I have had with other brilliant engineers and colleagues who I've been blessed with, many of which I've been blessed with, have worked with for over 2 or 3 decades. There is not a single patent that I have that is solely in my name. The 2 recent technical Emmys awarded to Disney by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences were for the work of my team, my colleagues, and myself. Teamwork is essential. And furthermore, my success would not have been possible without the love and support of my family, who have always been there to encourage and uplift me. Altogether, they are my pack. So in closing, find a career that you love, where you're excited to get up each day and apply yourself as an engineer, being creative, being inventive. Be courageous and confident, and build or become part of a team, a pack, that you truly enjoy working alongside. Embrace teamwork, challenge yourself, and with respect others. Have faith that you will make a difference, because you will. You are engineers. May the pack be with you always. This is the way. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Greg Bird. I'm the Associate Department Head. It's my privilege to introduce our student speaker. Caleb Wheeler is a graduating senior in computer engineering who's lived and studied across the globe, from Florida to China, Canada, and Saudi Arabia, and now calling Charlotte home. As co-founder of the Embedded Machine Learning Club, Caleb served as its first vice CEO and subsequently offered his support in an advisory capacity. His interest in embedded systems was sparked while taking ECE 306, and he went on to serve as a teaching assistant in ECE 306 the following semester. Caleb's strong passion for autonomous vehicles has been a driving force throughout his academic and professional career. He recently completed an internship at Tesla in the autopilot division and has enthusiastically accepted a full-time position on the same team in Palo Alto, California, where he also plans to complete his master's degree remotely as part of NC State's ABM program. Please welcome Caleb Wheeler.
Thank you, Dr. Bird. Resilience is defined as the capability of a strained body to recover its size and shape after deformation caused especially by compressive stress. Now, because I'm not a mechanical engineer, that's pretty much meaningless to me. It's also defined as an ability to recover from or adjust easily to misfortune or change. This is the definition that applies to us, as many of us started our college careers just before or during 2020. We were not the first generation to face hardship. But we were the first to encounter a global pandemic in over a century. We could have given up, laid back, waited for the dust to settle and for the future to become more certain, but we knew it was our time to press forward, attending numerous virtual lectures and problem sessions taught by our amazing professors. We leveraged new technologies not available to previous generations with our will to succeed to overcome the obstacles. We stand here today, not 2 years from now, because of resilience. I think we can all relate to what Frodo Baggins said in The Fellowship of the Ring. I wish it need not have happened in my time. But then Gandalf responds, "So do I, and so do all who live in such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us." We chose to use the time given us very well. Once we conquered online learning, our resilience was further refined when we went up against the next challenge: in-person, upper-level classes and graduate-level classes. Approximately 90% of the 3 semesters I had on campus was spent in Engineering Building 2. I got one of those great sweatshirts that says "Eat, Sleep, EB2" on it, but it would have been much more accurate to cross out the eat and sleep parts. It was mostly labs and engineering buildings for most of us, but we adapted easily to these changes once again as we pushed forward. To leverage resilience, we do not shy away from asking questions, no matter the uncertainties or fear of sounding stupid. 2.5 years ago, I asked offhandedly on an ECE Zoom call if there were any ways to get involved with autonomous vehicles in the department. The next day, an ECE ambassador reached out that he was also interested in autonomy, and we teamed up to try to make our dreams a reality. This partnership led me to finding Dr. Lobaton and becoming one of 6 students to found the Embedded Machine Learning Club. This club is thriving and exposing numerous students to the capabilities of machine learning and embedded systems. The self-driving team is even heading to Texas next week for a national autonomous racing competition. But founding the club is also where I met Trenton Embry, who connected me with Tesla after his internship, which allowed me to get my own internship in the autopilot division and then to be accepted full-time on the same team starting this month. If I had not asked that simple question on a Zoom call from my bedroom in November of 2020, I would not be where I am today, about to fulfill an 8-year dream of helping make the world a safer place through self-driving cars. All of us have similar stories, and we are all on the brink of going out and doing incredible things. But I want to challenge you as you leave here today by sharing something my mother always told me and my 4 siblings as we were growing up. Every time we went out in public, she would say, "Remember, kids, you are representing Christians, homeschoolers, and big families." This is also true of us as we leave here today. We are representing our families and the immense amount of support they have shown us over the years. We are representing NC State and what a strong university it is, and we are representing the ECE department by being competent engineers who are honest, hardworking, and humble individuals. I challenge you to not just do the bare minimum, but press forward to achieve more than people anticipate, while also being kind and respectful. We should be proud of the resilience it took to get here, and we should leverage that same resilience as we move forward. Always remember to be curious and ask about things which show your initiative, and act with dignity and integrity, because we are representing our families, NC State, and the ECE department. Go Pack!
Now's the part of the ceremony where we recognize all of our graduates. We'll start with the graduate degrees, and we'll start with the PhD degrees. Our graduate degrees will be presented by our Director of Graduate Programs, Professor Paul Franzon, and will be congratulated by our Department Head, Dan Stansel. So the PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, is the highest degree awarded by the university. It represents a contribution to knowledge in the area of specialization. You can see the dissertation titles in your program. So these students will also be joined by their advisor or a member of their dissertation committee who will present them with their doctoral hood. Okay, we'll start with the PhDs. Rahul Chakraborty, Advisor Aranya Chakraborty. Yan Chan, Advisor Brian Floyd. Moy Udin Chowdhury, Advisor Ishmael Gavinch. Jacob Dean, Advisor Brian Floyd. Keith D'Souza, Advisor Masoud Baran. Sima Islik, Advisor Subhashish Bhattacharya. Ajit Kanali, Advisors Jay Balaga and Subhashish Bhattacharya. Sunjun Meng, advisors Why You Die and Ishmael Gavinch. Yos Prabowo, advisor Subhashish Bhattacharya. Rifat Kaiser Ruchi, advisor Iqbal Hussain. John Ravi, advisor Michaela Becky. Thomas Sadalek, advisor Iqbal Hussain. Ashwin Shirsat, advisor Winwan Tang. Shugan Yuan, advisor Huiang Zhou. Let's give a round of applause to all of our PhD graduates. We'll now recognize our Master of Science graduates, first in Computer Engineering. Ramachandran Sakanapuram Srikantan. Vaidya Subramanian Sridharan. Janani Ramji. Anjana Padmanabhan. Atharva Kamat. Vishnavi Busuri. Chinmayi Prasen Dundee. Jai Ganesh Iyer. Malik Thakur. Priyanka Prakash Argode. Wan Feng Bai. Jackson Price Thomas. Daniel Mitchum. Alan Donald Gardner. Meg Martin. Graham Hulvey. Matthew Panizza. Zach Murray. Paul Benjamin Reeves Stokely. Jake Little. Alex Harward. Pranay Gupta. Rishank Rajendra Patel. Apurva Jain. Uzama Anwarul Haq. Vishal Boga. Zongru Li. Wei Jing Tang. Sharanya Chitampali Vijayananda. Venkata Naga Sai Lalita Chalapali. Ashwin Ramesh Pai. Snigdha Suresh Dalvi. Chandler James. Sriharsha Tuma. Arvind Ram Prakash. Varun Kannan. Mikhail Patel. Christian Fan. Manoj Kumar Sivakumar. Jayan Tiraval Marban. Anirudh Lakshminarayan. Sainath Karupan. Nishant Murali. Hari Vignesh Bhaskar. Sagar Hiranallur Prasanna Kumar. Rashab Bansali. Shlok Primal Shah. Sanika Garol. Rishab Sunil Gujarati. Rajit Rajendra Shah. Hari Pradeep Kondibayina Kadri. Himwansai Satyabhargava Alapati. Rishab Mitra. Nathan Carrolls. Karthik Chowdhury Kohli. Ajay Vamshi Krishna Kakumanu. Mohammed Ilyas Sheikh. Ashwin Kamath. Chandu Yuvarajapa. Ankar Savalia. Dheeraj Panam. Daval Bhatt. Samuel Honeycutt. Salman Ahmed Khan. Abhishek Wadwa. Tejaswini Surya Narayanan. Ajinkya Sagar Dobada. Abhishek Ray. Santosh Subramanian. Anshul Aniruddha Gandhi. Yush Keju Barapatre. Shubham Koyande. Nandan Dayal. Mahesh Jasti. Now we're in Master of Science in Electrical Engineering. Kumar Sumitra. Ayush Lutra. Back to computer engineering. Suma Kanandan Karakai Subramanya. Saravanan Paramasivan. Gautam Bhargavas Muralidhara. Shreyas Harita Guruswamy. Kritika Nayak. Meryl Sonura Pinto. Akshata Venkatesh. Sundararya Ponivalavan. Gagana Tima Reddy. Kishan Atarala Vasu. Praveen Maya. Vaishnavi Avadanam. Aditya Dinesh. Gautam Devanand. Akib Reza Khan. Vinaya Vivek Abade. Suraj Ramasubu. Dinesh Chinnasamy. Ashwin Kartik Shankara Raman. Akshay Naganahali Huana. Jutik Bangalore Venkatesha. Subhalakshmi Sarkar. Nakul Srivastava. Rishikesh Raut. Abhinav Nistala. Pranavamshu Reddy Kalvala. Trenton Embry. Colin Montague. Jacob Walker. Sean Salikin. Snehapriya Mati Yalagan. Nandana Balachandran. Ishwarya Arinathan. Nishit Nilesh Kumar Patel. Dip Satish Kumar Patel. Shubham Santosh Anagiri. Nidhi Dalal. Abhishek Varsha Manakar. Shruti Ravishankar. Priya Balaram Saroj. Abhinav Gulahali Amarnath. Megha Kotanur. Devbrat Srivastava. Shraddha Patak. Muskan Kapahi. Sridhar Devendra Kohli. Sweta Subra Datta. Priyanka Chopade. Viba Banu. Prajakta Jadav. Naga Nikila Manchikanti. Sai Darshan Grandi. Nitin Maya. Akil Bomadevara. Shivani Patel. Master of Science in Computer Networking, Jingwei Zhang. Krish Gurnani. Pranay Pandit. Amoga Badami. Ishwari Shekhar Zare. Shreyas Titus. Tedipya Nelaru. Nagashri Mulakunte Nagaraju. Arjun Krishnan. Anirudh Vijay. Praneeth Dinesh. Divya Giridhar. Supriya Balakrishna. Animesh Saxena. Sumant Mangalore Somasundar. Sandesh Aladali Shivarudra Gowda. Mohan Kumar. Judith Kalburgi. Vinay Vasudev. Adarsh Narayana Swamy. Rajesh Manetti. Janvi Sanjay Bhosle. Ayman Patel. Tejas Aram. A Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Ratna Darbamala. Ellen Elizabeth Robertson. Mona Shabani. Rishikesh Joshi. Mateos de Barros Riguez. Rutvij Vivek Deshpande. Siddhant Sanjay Lada. Tanisha Tiagi. Sakshi Agrawal. Naga Usha Mahati Lanka. Shobit Sheil. Sahil Avinash Deshpande. Shivani Dhananjay Shindre. Shruti Shah. Haridevan Nair Nandakumar. Pratik Rajan. Vrindavani Soman. Jagadishwar Naga Ravi Modadugu. Sanjana Anil Patel. Anjana Atri. Aziza Zahira Connerly. William Jarrett. Alec Michael Brewer. Pryor Gibson. Lauren Bryn White. John Flaherty. Eamon Murphy. Dario Mueller. Janvi Ram G. Singh. Gayatri Jagadish. Abhilash Arora. Sergio Valenzuela. Elijah Squire. Tim Day. Priya Jakar. Koa Do. Avinash Pai. Sharon Savita Joseph. Nicholas Barron. Ho Tin Lee. Chance Fletcher. Emmanuel Zelalem. Connor Bryant. Antonia Dingman. Sai Srinivas Murthy Narayanam. Shravya Pilarisetti. Nikhil Khanna. Bhagya Tulasidaran Nair. Apurva Kamalakar Gosavi. Sushant Hemant Kohli. Ritvik Shukla. Anthony John Editatil. Stuti Garg. Aaron Shibu Matthew. Jaron Joshua Lambries. Sydney Sierra Jurek. Lori Glenn. Drew Clark. William Moore. Chloe Cecile Wall. Naveen Jaydeep Srinivasa. Isha Patanya. Sahil Anish Palarpoir. Ian Voos. Brendan Driscoll. Brandon Noble. Umar Katan Altawil. These are Masters in Electric Power Systems Engineering. Ravi Ranjan Chowdhury. Narasimha Swaraj Paladi. Mansi Shah. Kyle Whelan. Ben Morseth. Stephen Check. Anjali Galot. Anthony Ray. Will Teachy. Mackenzie Donovan Havlin. Let's take a moment to congratulate all of our Master of Science graduates. We now move to our Bachelor of Science graduates, starting with Computer Engineering, Caleb Wheeler. Patrick James Burke. Cassidy Marie Petrikowski. Seth Dixon Pierce. Clayton Everett Buggs. Richmond Williamson Moore, Jr. Robel Solomon Tay. Karthik Ilango. Pratmesh Patel. Zach Alexander Miles. Andrew Stephen Yonkers. Aaron Lee Meadows. Anthony David Spindlove. Kitipong Jason Chamnangam. Byron Keith Nelson. Matthew Adam Sills. Luke Eros Lisoe. William Melvin Martin III. Matthew John Hauk. Spencer Michael Guideman. Owen Ashton Fuller. Dominique Elise Tan. Theodore Harth Holzhauser. Madison Noel Jeanette. Elijah William Ensley. Idris Abdurasid Wibawo. Sorry. Juliana Grace Eckerd. John Wesley Cowan IV. Stephen George Denise. Matthew Raymond Estep. Giovanni Ortiz Anglero. Michael Joseph Hewitt. Owen Seamus Connaughton. Jen Lee. Jen Jia. Austin Javier Buije. George Alexander Wheelis. Oblivignus KV. Ali Haji Rahim. Henry Thomas Morgan. Abdulrahman Hani Abdel Monim. Zain Imran. Samuel Della Corvi. Elijah Wesley Haskamp. Phineas Justin Nyongoro. Maxim Andre Dinnick. Stephen Luke Shea. Ali Ubaidullah Seton. Ahmed Inad Khalil. Catherine A. Lawhorn. Christopher Allen Carr. Logan Andrew Bowman. Lawrence Navarro. Vincent M. Allen. Andrew Patrick Verdi. Eric Nicholas Muir. Ashley Nicole Calhoun. Stephen Jose Jackson. Braxton William Holden. Yunus Agan. Alexander Maxwell Johnson. Aaron Patrick Jeans. Garrett James Bennett. Alexandra Kazakova. Alexander James Land. Jonathan Michael Lannis. Maya Nicole Payne Weens. Chloe Elizabeth Hawes. Alex Thomas Pendergast. Devin Anthony Halverson. Mintu Le Din. Daniel Cho. Dylan Shaw. Christian Shane Balcom. Dallin Everett Yost. Robert Dawson Crockett. Olivia Richard. Dominique E. Barrera. Ian B. Zerbel. Amelia Reed McGuire. Julian Tobias Berla. Guangya Wan. Yikong Lee Sr. John Martinez. Jason Armando Oliva Mila. Eric Robert Daniel. Gabriella Olivia Dangler. Maxwell Benjamin Lewis. Julia de Carvalho David. Allison Keever. Yukong Zhao. Inam Ghani. Jacob Robert Higgins. Jack Grayson Sabine. Isaac Timothy Hancock. Gautam Chandra. Antonius Marus Iskander. Garrett Devin Doxtad. Christopher Paul Morey. Victor Minin. Nathan Robert Cohen. Timothy Chase Silver. Gavin Wade Sexton. Ryan Ficken. Catherine Leigh Denisowski. Zachary Peter Fagan. William Brazil. Jane Elizabeth Savoldi. David Chase Greenwell. Leah Nicole Edmondson. Sherry Young Kim. Kripa Shriram. Gautam Babu Reddy. Chandler Bronson Beeler. Sridhar Ramesh. William Joseph Hampton. Cameron Francis Fisher. Gabriella Rose Smith. Holly Marie Grant. Jacob Brandon Huth. Nathan George Abraham Curry. Zain Ali Jaffrey. So somewhere in there we switched from computer engineering to electrical engineering to dual degree, but let's give them all a great round of applause. While the undergrads are still getting to their seats, I want to recognize some graduate awards. Now, these awards are not necessarily for people graduating today, but I want to recognize them as well. If you're here and you're getting one of these awards, please stand up so that we can recognize you. So, graduate award for leadership goes to Devashar Hariharan. For research, Sagar Rastigi. For scholarly achievement, Romika Jakar, Mihir Kara, and Sneha Narasimhan. And for citizenship, Ashwini Ganesh, Nauraz Kaharaman, and Priya Ragaraman. Congratulations to these graduate students. So normally I read out at this time the students that are graduating with honors. I think they're all mixed up in the program. So I'm going to ask you if you are in cum laude, which is 3.25 to 3.49 GPA, please rise and let us give you a round of applause. Cum laude. Thank you. So students graduating magna cum laude have finished with a GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. If you are graduating magna cum laude, please rise. Thank you very much. And with highest honors is summa cum laude, and that's 3.75 to 4.0. If you're graduating summa cum laude, please rise and accept applause. Thank you. Now I have a special recognition for those that are graduating with a 4.0 GPA, excuse me. So as I call your name, please rise. I would ask, please, to hold your applause until all the names are read. Everybody wants to hear their child's name read, please. So let's just hold the applause, as tempting as it is, until they're all named. There's a bunch of them, so be patient, and we'll give them a big round of applause at the end. Marcus Griffin Behel, Chandler Byler, Julian Berla. Please stand up as I read your name. Ethan Cove, Stephen Denise, Juliana Eckert, Elijah Inslee. Please stay standing. We're going to give you a big round of applause at the end, right? Zachary Fagan, Cameron Fisher, Isaac Hancock, Stephen Jose Jackson, Oplavignis KV, Raymond Krolichak, Luke Lisoe, Cameron Morris, Giovanni Ortiz Anglero, Jack Sabine, Caleb Wheeler, Idris Wibowo, Gotham Babu Reddy, Timothy Silver, Gabriella Smith, and Natalie Smith. Congratulations, well done. Thank you. And then at the spring graduation, we announce several special awards given to graduating seniors. Our Faculty Senior Scholar Award goes to Jacob Higgins. Our Leadership Award, Chloe Hawes. Scholarly Achievement Award, Jacob Higgins. Humanities Award, Stephen Shea. And our Service and Citizenship Award goes to Cameron Morris. Congratulations to all our graduates.
Graduates, this milestone represents years of hard work and accomplishment. However, in addition to hard work, I suspect that the support of family and friends has also been crucial to your success. If you are a family member or a friend of one of the graduates, would you stand and let's express our appreciation to you. Thank you. This graduation ceremony was organized and run by Rachel Gruber, with technical direction by Charles Hall, with the invaluable assistance of Isabella Mormando, Todd Gardner from Computer Science, Jack Bowden from the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, the ECE Department and Freedom Center staff, and the ECE student ambassadors. Thank you to all of them. It was really a team effort. The ceremony has been live streamed to family and friends who could not be here in person today, and a recording will be available on the NC State ECE YouTube channel. More information can be found at the end of the graduation program. 1923 was a very eventful year. The Walt Disney Company was founded by Walt and his brother Roy. The Yankees defeated the Giants to win the World Series. Bob Barker, Gene Stapleton, and Alan Shepard were born. Robert Millikan won the Nobel Prize in Physics for his work on the elementary charge of electricity and on the photoelectric effect. And the School of Engineering was formed at the North Carolina State College of Agriculture and Engineering, ultimately to become the College of Engineering at NC State University. As part of this year's celebration of the 100th anniversary of the College of Engineering, allow me to highlight several noteworthy events in our department over the past 100 years. Lucille Thompson enrolled in electrical engineering in 1921, becoming the first woman to enroll at NC State. Although some records indicate she married and left school before she graduated, alumnus Dan Stewart of the class of 1923 said he distinctly recalls that Lucille graduated with his class. So contrary to popular belief, there is good evidence that it was Lucille, not mechanical engineering graduate Catherine Stinson, who was the first woman to graduate from NC State. So that's what we're going to go with. Erwin Holmes, the first African-American graduate from NC State, received his Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering from the department in 1960. He went on to earn a master's degree in electrical engineering from Drexel University and had a very successful career as an IBM engineer and later entrepreneur and businessman. Holmes also played varsity tennis and was the first African American to play on a Wolfpack athletic team. Several years ago, Mr. Holmes donated his tennis varsity letter sweater to the NC State Athletics Walk of Fame and History here in the Reynolds Coliseum. It's displayed on the second floor of the Great Hall, and I invite you to have a look at it while you're here. In 1979, Dr. Sarah Riala joined the electrical engineering faculty and became the first woman PhD faculty member to join the College of Engineering. Dr. Riala went on to be Dean of Engineering at both Mississippi State University and Iowa State University. She was a past president of the American Society for Engineering Education and now is a member of the National Academy of Engineering. Now retired, Dr. Rayala serves on the Strategic Advisory Board of our department. In 2001, Christina Hammock-Cook received her BS in Electrical Engineering, followed by an MS in Electrical Engineering and a BS in Physics in 2002 from NC State. On March 14th, Pi Day, 2019, Christina launched to the International Space Station, where she participated in the first all-woman spacewalk and set the record for the longest continuous time in space by a woman. She carried a custom printed circuit board fabricated in our makerspace with her on the space station. And if you look carefully on the video at the beginning, you saw a little picture of that in the copula on the space station. And we anticipate that this board will be officially presented to us and put on display during the coming year. And she has recently been selected as part of the crew of the Artemis II flight, which is planned to circle the moon in 2024. Throughout the last century, our department has continuously prepared outstanding engineers to contribute to the state, the country, and the world. I hope you feel a kinship with these former graduates. In a real sense, you, along with Lucille Thompson, Erwin Holmes, Dr. Sarah Rayala, Christina Cook, the faculty here today, and thousands of others, are part of the same family now. In fact, although this graduation for many of you marks a departure from NC State, hopefully it is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship. The success of the ECE department will increase the value of your degree, and your success will enhance the stature of the department. So it is very important that we keep in touch. And with regard to keeping in touch, I can also tell you that there are few things that professors enjoy more than hearing from former students. So with that, I'm happy to conclude our ceremony. Let's hear it one more time for the class of spring 2023. I'd like to ask everyone to remain seated while the faculty recesses, and then to ask the guests to remain seated while the graduates recess. And then finally, I wish all of you a wonderful day with family and friends. Congratulations.